Hello everybody, once again, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Putlabosele Makhabani. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe. Don't just watch, subscribe, and tell more people to subscribe. Like I tell you all the time, today we are talking entertainment, we're talking entrepreneurship, we're talking economy Lesotho as it is, and our guest today in Phole Taole. Everybody I Lesotho monana I in business, I in Kishola Motseba, and Phole kgethabile haholo tsatsing when you've come to join us in general. I believe everything, literally about everything, especially business, how people make money, and interesting things about life, about yourself mostly. I think the economy in our country, what do you think? Economy and
economy.
How we should be fella given over to Bangata, since I get it about the business, it's a private. Tabasa depending on the government, people buy outsource abaleka who gets the business in order to make when you compare our economy now, I think, and compared to not even 10 years. 10 years is selling at the whole 7 years back. It wasn't like this. What's your take on our economy?
Well, I think the problem with our economy is well, first of all, focus is a whole tabeng ya rona motho wa hola o kena school wa pass wa graduate o ya school o ya mosebetsing, and if ho sna mosebetsi isele the end of the road for batho bane ha ga ba ruta mokgwa wa hola in business. And maybe to understand ho ya sekolong doesn't necessarily mean you have to wait for someone else hore a phamisela tsola hule jelo kena company ya ga bolo sebetsa. There are a lot of business opportunities that we have not really but because of fear also problem ya yona ho leka ho ruta batho one literature baby, we never tell them anything about money. Yeah, so ha re hola re sa tsebe hore na ihle ka setlamo ke tlameha ka le ntona go ha re bua be re tla re batla capital
financial intelligence.
Re hola re sna yona be le re batla ho irutana se re le baholo sona la batho ha le hlono fela hore maybe ba holetse in business ba se ba ile ba bona hore na batswadi ba bona ba entseng. So re na le problem ya fear e kgolo mohlomong ke yona ntho etsa hore e sukudisa economy ya rona. Di business tsena tse ke reng di ngata di teng ga tsaba o thepa o tsona hobane ha re so tsebe na di a sebetsa. So re emetse go motho a bule car wash
ke
ha ba se ba le bangata ka bona hore e wetsa tšhelete ka car wash ge se re business ya car wash ya sebetsa. So re di bula re le 10 kaofela re fokotsa batho ba 100 ba ne ba ya ho motho ya nwa pele e mo le mong ka 10 motho o ntse a sala ka batho ba 10. Now it becomes a problem for batho ba 100 ba pele na batho ba hirileng ha ke staff o se sa tlameha ho se fokotsa. Now it's some people back to unemployment again, but at the end of the day bona batho ba le 10 jwa ba butsing di car wash ha ba sa etsa tšhelete sufficient. So I think we lack a lot of financial intelligence e re hloka hore e be ntho re yelang hloko generally ka rana, right from political sphere, education, and malapeng a bona ka karetso.
Wouldn't you also think it would be better for dikolong haholo ho tloa primary schools hore bana ba banyane ho tloa bonyane ba tle ba rutwe tšhelete ba rutwe bontho tse ka reng taxation hobane neng batho ho na le batho ba baholo ba ntse ba sa tsebe taxation le ba sa tsebeng dintho tse ngata that entails hore o be motho a fully grown adult are responsible and taking care of themselves, you understand. So mohlomong ke nahana hore if school at the primary level batho ba se ba qala ho rutwa how to handle money Lesotho le ka ba Lesotho le betere. What do you think?
You are right, because ha e ba re hola ke mo go kereng batho ba holetseng ka hara di business tsa bo bona e se ba practice fela go ba hotse ba tseba go tšhelete ya nkua ka ho rekwa stoko tšhelete ya khutla profit e teng ga save a certain portion ge nka engwe ge etsa reinvest but not a lot of us have businesses like those or ba holetseng ka hara setup tse jwalo tsa malapa so it means they have no idea go le bona ba nna ha e be antsa ya sekolo tsa rutwa yona ntho ke rutla rutwa geography le eng kaofela ha ona di financial studies business talking business education or accounting areas at that level e go ruta fela ba balance di book it doesn't say anything about how to see opportunities, how to create opportunities, how to save even. We don't know how to save. How to manage a business, how to manage your expenses, what it means to have a loan, why do you have to have a loan? First of all, it doesn't make money. I have a philosophy. I introduce my wife how so sebetsa, you need to have a car, you need to have a house. I bought my first car at a very, very late stage, and I have had money before to do that. But ke qale hore tšhelete ke nang le yona ke investe in khutlisetse tšhelete ka di profits, then you can start building a house or buying a nice car. I don't even believe in cars anyway. So hore be ke tla ba le koloi o ka nahanang e ntšha ke just for comfort lo re ska nsukudisa in a very long time. But we are learning nothing from school. So how can I introduce right from Habalabanyani, primary, high school, Bakuto saver, who understand the taxation, or business, and all of these things. I think now we say that decide ways are law. And how to get there and how to make money out of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Jole, when how financially intelligent to grow up in a family in a sense and a business something you to learn as you grow up
it's actually quite a funny story. Ke holetse la pele ke sa nahaneng ka nnete necessary in le la kgwebo. But what had happened kore my father na kwana sa ka wa khathala ntse re le sekolo khentse re le high school ke ya khola jole ona sa batlo sebetsa, in fact sa batlo sebetsa all his life. So ona batla ntho e tla mo phidisa ba o decide a wetsa ntho ka reng baganyana fela mono ene re isa case yana tse pedi tse tharo na ga sena interest bona o tlisa ga rena yana jole ka re le bana ba sa khutwang gore ge be le interest in business. So yaba o wa hlokahala ntse ke le sekolong Roma, that's fine. Yaba wa hlokala ntse ke le sekolong Roma jwale me gonna sa hlokaetse 2 years before. So ha sa balisiyo ke Roma ke sekolong, I have a brother moholo nna, I have a younger sister. Now we have to eat.
We have to survive.
We have to survive. So ka tlameha go ka tšhelete ka Roma ke tle ke tlo supplement the business mona jele ka in fact no one really wanted to be part of that establishment. We've always seen it as a very tedious practice. So we didn't like it. But because of hunger, somebody had to do something. So I like an alternate. So I don't think ke bile interested in business hobane ke holetse ka ga yona. I think ke la ka tlameha go kena ho yona to survive ke sa le monyane. And how o ntso o ithuta o ntso o hola ke gona o bona go okay but ke dula ke reka case tse pedi di etsa profit at 24 rand se ke rekile sebete ke rekile nenne ngwana wa kula o sonkile yona part of the capital so sna case tse pedi so reka case le nngwe so dintho tseno kaofela di le tsa ntlama hore ke be le bohlale ba ho di qhekella hore ke tseba go se ka fumana one day ke kwetse shopo e be se ke sena letho. So trying to maneuver through such things has taught me a lot. Ke dumela hore ke ntho ya hore experience will be your best teacher,
best
you know.
teacher, yes.
Yeah, but ha ke a rutwa still go like everyone else. Ha ke a rutwa he ban shopo ke na se ke di siyo le tsamaya le tsebe ntho itse le tsa ba hantsa le teng ge ke isang ka shopo ona o tlisa gore bana ga tsamaya di party ga le ha ya re nana kwa ena o tla sebetsa tsebo go fenda for bana ba hae. So I think yona ntho e ne ka nna ba kotsi, but o ka nna re fortunately or unfortunately bala ba ba siyo at a very early age and we had to take over. Yeah, so I learned, that's how I learned a lot of
but
things.
it's good to all your businesses are successful. You're doing good on a Capricorn Guest House, Capricorn Construction, and now you're also part of the Rock Your Team, and many others. Like where did it all? Business thing wa etsa eng wa ikopanya le eng ya ba bona katleo ya eng ka morana ko e kae, because also people have a patient ka hwa re kala di business because they are failure tse ngata, they are always failing.
Okay. Okay, this is quite an interesting question, by the way, and I think for a longer period of time I've never regarded myself as a businessman because of how I got into business. I think had I decided to be into business, now I'm you know, I got into these things, all of these things by chance. Obviously, you know, because anything that we can, I was there, and spirit is a businessman. Nenze ki fitla ke reka case tse pedi ke tsa magi a parting ka ke nka tšhelete tsa ba go eja le ba go tsiba ka so
botho bo hlaung kgolong ya hao.
So ne ke sena ntho eno gore business e tlameha jwale o e hlomphe ha ka lo ke utlwisa morao tjena, maybe also because jwale se ke nyetse, but ke kene jwalo ho eno ya bara, and then I still understood gore ha ke motho wa business, ke motho a ntsa ya sekolong goma ha ke ta ke tlo batla mosebetsi like any other or like most Basotho. Yeah. So ya ba late ha ke qeta goma se ke sena ntho ke etsa jela mosebetsi ya o, now I had to focus ka dula mon ka re ke le ka focus. I didn't work, I still wanted to go out and party, and I did that. I still wanted to maintain the life that I lived, which was the biggest mistake of my life. Roma negile DJ. So and a lot of people don't know well, except for my closest friends. I was a DJ, well, house. Around about the same time, I have a friend, Tizozo, I think he's quite well. From the computer so but bona ile ba passion ya bona. So nine leona yo in empire part of access into, I've always loved fun and entertainment. I didn't see it from a business perspective. I've always seen as so whatever I can do. So maybe like I didn't even drink at the time. I just loved being around happy people, you know. So my mom, before she joined the Multitudes, my 21st birthday, a lot of these things sometimes happen by chance. We used to host a lot of activities at home. So she would hire out a DJ every time. It's like, hi, when I Phole solo moholo mature mo patalang 1 mama mehlai ntho tsa le tsebudi etsa ka di etsa ntho tse. And then she bought me a system.
Wow, interesting. That's
I think at that time all of these friends of mine didn't have. I had one. So ya mpha opportunity of ile se ke me ola o sa ntse because ba tla radio tlo la mahala and next mind because ne ke la ka tsa mona tena go yo. So it tla o tla le ke tsa party ya ka 24 ha wa ke o tla ka nako ne ke re na o ka tla tlo le hang ha ke senye na go ba ntse ke a tseba go lo ba monate party. I don't even think I actually even have a stage name. I didn't have a stage name because I didn't do it. You see, a lot of things I didn't do them from a business perspective. I have never believed in myself as a businessman, and I think until today, you told you why do I have all these things and these businesses? All of them, hayaba. Okay, I wanna sell something. I wanna sell houses. No, it didn't start. That's leisure. So being a DJ, I was associated le batho ba cool ba for the, first of all, how long for a party you follow invite them, but it must be what you can afford, and most of them le batho ba nang le batho ba bangata ba tlwaetseng. So le nna ne ke tla kena mon just to associate, you know, e be ke tla re bonyane ke tle ka sound. So being attracted or attracting a lot of cool people who later become your friends, also a certain standard ya bophelo. I had to have a friend who has a car. You know.
And you also needed money.
I also needed money, of course. And Lebona, you know, stories of the DJ. You'd always be.
DJ gets the goal.
Absolutely, you'd always be around, want to be around such people. So Lebona la hane ba khona mahabo bona. Fumana o fuyo koloi yabo. Jele na o rata o ba mo keteng ba nje di chile, there are girls around, you know. So having been a DJ or ma ke na tšhelete na manpower, ne ke khona ho phela bophelo bona ba go ba ne ka tshwana. Ha ebe he no tswa le ngwana le tona ba mona ho reka plate ya 15 rand refacking ke a reka le. So now when we came back home, then we realized, oh, yo, reality I hit that man. Ha ke sala 15 rand ha sala mo e tlanteng a ke. Also o batla ona hana hore hey ba jwele ha o letsetsa mothelo a nang le eng yena ha fitla ba mo file koloi ya nang tsa maka yona, so itsa no gane shop ena ha o ntse o emetse mosebetsi wa o letsetsa o sa no re le mhlomong basiano ke party ya mogotsi wa ha o tlo fitla mo no so le DJ ya ne ya go ma, and I used to host fire house parties. Yo, 100%. They get a party them on This was between 2006 because sound system in America 2006. I think the kids are 21 at that time. Nearly gift him but asare. Ki batla we sebedisa kana le mekete na go. Naka e thota ka isa go makwana dilo cha go. So batho ba no tla ga re kae o ya mo no tsejwa mhlomo ke mogodi a tswang go male na tseba go ga go ma no le teng ka skipa sa Quicksilver o Billabong, you remember those times?
Yes.
Billabong. And now you are here ka hempe benyang o ba no sna ntwe ya parang phatlo di fedile o so nka hempe nda twa ga nentse di tsika mono just because ke a perigadi so ba tla bona lebo, you know. So that ntwe la nsukudisa holo because ke nentse ke hloka hore the way ba ntse ba nka teng from Roma ba dulentse ba ntse ba jwa la ha ke fitla fela la bi ha ke tloletsa this time ba hloka ho fitla ke go tse teki ya nae ke, you know, ke tla ma fitla ntse ke le proper ba le teng ha ke kena ho tla ba le ai phimanzwa yetsi, you know. Yo za yetsi jwang ka skipa se kgathetse, you have 2 years high o no sa sebetse dintho tse tsa tsono di rekile go manga tšhelete mempa di fedile di thuntse di entseng ka ofela. So ntwe le la nsukudisa hole, I think that was the beginning of my misery. I went through a hard time after that. Funny, I went through a hard time. Kama give my name PSI. Oh, I don't know if it's okay to say.
Yes.
Definitely. I don't know. You'll edit it out if.
You're a counselor at PSI.
Oh, okay. So kafumana mosebetsi mono he. I can talk and go on and on. Experience it. So ke batla ho betsa ona ntshena ilaba mathata ka la qala hobane ha ke fitla PSI finally ke fumana mosebetsi ke gola tšhelete ne qala e bona ATM tse ke hopola that day it was on a Tuesday ke me ATM ke nya karete ya ka ya intšha e ke tlo qala tšhelete ya hlamo ne ke bone pampiring but you know I say ATM so as ke bona ke go ke na tšhelete ka now ka kalela hore ntwe ke ile ka batla ke sotle le monyana tsa ho feta ke khutlise bonna ba ka ba goma bene ke tsejwa ka bona, you know. Nice clothes. I'm not even a fashionable person, but you always want to say
but you are. I've seen your pictures on Facebook. You're always looking dark.
I have friends. Yeah.
Nice.
So I think for me at that time, nebile ke sa tsebe lo kopanya di khala le nempa lo fa ke la tiki ya Nike ba e bone ke na le skipa sa Adidas, you know, tsentsha ba di bone. Okay. So ha ke tla bona tšhelete no ka ithuta gore nka qualify la go fumana koloi. So koloi ka e reka ka BMW ngwe ke ne buleang ka odimo
drop top.
mathata ka he ya bophelo a letsatsi le now se ke le motho a phelelang standard, which I really hope one day bana ba bo rona le bana ba rona ba ka e utlwisisa ntho maintain a standard e bolaile batho ba ngata. It has led a lot of people into depression e ba sa kgoneng ho tswa ka hara yona. So I went through that route also. Ka ke reka BM je ne ke lebetse hore nka nna ka e afforda ho latela salary, but maintenance is something else now. Engineer no ka ya go beya neng engineer ba 13,000 o na le cherry ya hao dineo o mo fumana le ka baka la yona BMW cause amen tshele dineo o so tlameha tlhatsa dineo le tsamaya ka maoto ha o tlo dumela ntho jwa wa tsa o qala o etsa o tla batla ba khotsi ba ga bana yona tshelo qala ya machonisi
machonisa ha re ke ba sotho motimo so
on ka 13,000 de machonisi e se tla ina le tswala bo 30%. O so e fukuditse kgodi ya pela bobedi ya boga go se o qakile o sa tsa o lelekisa o so ba le matha o so kadima e mong jwale o tlile re no o etsa lerata, you know. At the end of the day ne se ke na le se ke le motho a le dikoloto. At one point in my life I had a debt ya 520,000. E kadile mo ne ke re fela
half a million.
Hey,
Above half a million.
And I think I wrote about this on my wall at Facebook. At the end of the day, so this is how it came about. I don't know. Do you want to know how it came about? This 500,000. Your debt.
We need to know.
Okay.
We want to know. Like, how do you get to a debt of 500,000?
So it started there buying a nice car, nice things, and then even I started drinking alcohol, because I think at that time was at a very tender age because kala ho sebetsa ke le young.
So you started drinking older?
Very old. For drinking, I was old.
You were your parents' dream.
I think my brother also, you know. My brother late, I think 35 or something.
Is it?
And now I started go, if internal pressure is very dangerous.
Peer pressure.
Ke kgonne e hlola goma ha se ke fitla mo ke pakang BMW ke tswa ka can ya Coke.
Is it ka wetsa mohlolo?
Without people saying anything, they will make you feel hey, which one is this one? So I remember the funny story. My wife, I think that's the person that made me actually kutleka. I hold on a fast to go again. No, they was like, are you okay?
So she doesn't drink alcohol?
No, she does.
Oh, she does.
So can I more frustrated? Now sharp. Sharp. Carababa, sharp, that's what I can. So even put that even to high cool, you know. Or another thing in it, I had to go at one of my birthday parties. If you were back in about dinner and drink, I was DJing there, you know. And then Bantley says, taught you about it's a pressure. Nah, no, I get taught it's your birthday, whatever. But okay, sharp time and pay on a bemon. Ricky bean. Hajika, get a cook. And that's how I started drinking actually, I remember. I'm just thinking, but that's the women help get sharp, cook. I don't know what happened. Lights out. So, but before then, it was quite an amazing feeling. You know, you're owning everything that's before you. You know, I started feeling a different but weird kind of excitement and relish. So I loved everything. I loved everything about the feeling. But and I didn't have this babalas thing. In fact, I never have it.
Is it?
Yeah, no, I'll just tire. I'll just tire and maybe just and they used to call me a rock star at that time. I would go from this event to the next to the next. For every day and K7 I'm up all the time.
Is it?
So it never really gave me the issue, and I was like, hey, that feeling was nice. So I didn't like the taste of the alcohol, but I loved the feeling that it brings. So I think that's what motivated me into actually now buying alcohol.
Being a casual.
Yeah.
Do you say casual drunk or casual drinker? Squaw.
Or occasional or something. So I would buy those things. They mix one fair because so good ones you know coke. But then go for was happy, hyper, you know. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go this route. So I started taking alcohol. It's aqua. I still don't like the taste of alcohol. Gin, cognac most of the time. But because you know, in terms of taste. So yeah, that. So this BMW, what I didn't know, it comes with expectations to I remember at one time we had a funeral at home. It was one of my extended families, but really in a I just say ke sna batswadi se ke fihla ke le abuti wa ka re le batho at least ba representa lapa leso, and ha re dutse mo kana go o fumana hore ha ile hantle ha ka mona ka mo go dutseng ha ona motho a tlo gona go reka kgomo, but wena be lo pakile BMW buliang ka odimo ka ntle. They're not gonna say buy a cow, but you have to buy a car.
Black tax.
Oh, and no, I can't say mangwane ga gadua ka ha batho because ha hona difference fela ke pakile BM ka ntle. And also pressure eno se o tlama go lo batla what they don't know go lo e ka di mali yona eno, you know, because dale kai ha kana le tho ntate o ka etsa la ba sa botse even. Hey, I remember there's a story that I remember. It's part of how a human being goes into that. My younger sister had a baby ntse so sebetsa, you know. So ha se ke sebetsa ngwana le nne o sa sa sekolo because jele mme ha ga tlabe go mo patala fee ya ke fihli ha e fumana ngwana ebe so ba re mo ntse re dula he so ba ga ntse le teng ngwana so ha sebetse ngwana ha o teng kena sekolo kena sekolo se se o patalwang ba le mme ha ne le se le engine ba tsetsuwa fela. So I think in my head ne ke sena ntho hore ke tlameha ho bona taba ya ngwana ona, you know. So ke a fitla ke tsamaya ka BM ke o plan teng le Friday ga tsamaya le bana ba meriri jele ke bitswa ke customer ya rona mo hore ke fumana ke fitlile mona ka bo 11 o thwana na ya sekolo wa fitla tsamaya le bana na o thoba ka ho etsa wa ngwana sa patalwa fee o thoba patala fee. Nteno ke go ntse ke hopola bitso se ke hopola bitso la ya motho eno ntho ne nswabisi ha bohloko bona bo e sale ke motshaba that person from that day. And I think ke na go ene ke tsoe hore I actually have a responsibility. Yes, maybe ha ke na ngwana but le bana be leng bana beso le abuti wa all of them I actually have a responsibility now because not because I think gona lapeng ine sore ha re tsotella ne ntho ga ga tloela hore ngwana se ke tlameha go bona na o jang kapo ngwana se na ka ke rangile scaftini a nkile plate ya diwa re ke mogotsi ya mohlomong ja e be re dutse ka mona ka lapile ebe wa re dima and ebe ha re makale it made sense to us tsa izama sharp hai nna ke ne ke ile ka ha ke atla ke you know but ho batho ba ka ntle ba utlwa o ba selfish. So ene ngo to I actually have a responsibility now e ke tlameha go yelelo jole it means how soon ali o tsamaya ka BM o nwa di bottle o na le ngwana o dulang ka ela ka tung sa keneng sekolo ya ba se ke tlameha go bona ngwana o ya sekolo ene o ya hantle ona ntho a shotang ka yo ntheno e tla ha bohloko because dijo I mean o ntsona le dikolo tsa le fule ele jelo ke ba batla batho ba bona ngwana ha ya sekolong fela o ntsona le BM. And now le tšhelete ya fee has out o tebetse jole ha ke sa emela ba o bona mane ba re go tebetse ke letsetsa mme Manthabiseng a hirisang tšhelete again mme Manthabiseng o ta tlo tloeng ka ke bo 2000 tswala ke 600 2.6 you are in debt and everything just turned south from that day. And ka qetella okay so now to 500 ka resign mosebetsing se ke la mathata batho ba bangata jwale ba lelekisa ka ha ere graduate ke lo patala batho ba ka ha ke na le baga ke ha he ntho ka motho o joa fela you know besa nama maybe tla booster tsela o phe ka enka tšhelete ka patala be ke ba patalang ka fa motho a tlong haela ntho eno a nyamela ka tšhelete jule ha ke sa sebetsa tšhelete gone when it rains pause ya ba ke na le mathata ya ba ke se ke bea bo ke sa tseba ba ga paneng se ke botse business account ke tlwile mane mo ke resigneng ke kolota Standard Bank tšhelete ya personal loan ka tloa ka microtela to FNB ka nako ne wa sena ntho nao ya kana e bitswa bureau ya o checka ona ne ba so ke bona ka sena so thuno etsalang at the time ba mpha loan based on my salary ba sa tsebe ka Standard Bank se ke na loan tse pedi ha ke fitla hae se ke botse business account se ntse ke tsala tšhelete ka businesseng se ba e bona business account Standard Bank ba mpha loan ke na loan tse thao tsa each in 100k 120 110 98 thereabout now I'm back to bo matshonisa hape ba jwale ke la ka ba patala ke khutletse jwale se ke na le mathata ke dutse ha ya ke sebetse bo matshonisa bana ne ke kolota a friend of mine o teng o ntsa hopola ke shwa shebela interview o tla tsa o bua kae mo kolota 96000 ke na le hey mele le mo ferefere gore so ha di kopana ke a hopola mohlane ke di patala ke di hopola because ne ke di patale ka tsatsi le leng ke dutse laptop njele ke patala that day that's how I know ne le bokae you know so I think ha re se re ya pele ya ba se ke sa sebetse well ne nka khutla ka go khutlela mosebetsing
then you started business engwe e leng yona e la o qala something
not even I went back to work ka sebetsa ka patapatla tsa batho ya ba later ga fumana go no man ga sotlele you know so lapeng ine le baga e le ntlong yana e kang ya lapeng ya gale le yona e sotlele nje
ya hae fela
a ntse go dutse taba ya se feta go itlene re sotlele nne thank you pula my wife anchaketse bono ale toba feta ka tsatsiele she never went back in that house ever again I can't eat bofolo ka tse I ke batho ntse tsamaya ntle le motho
jale ga bene yo ba leisitse ngwana ha
o sa ema ka gate se ke tamya o tswa le re tsamaya maybe and just go anywhere we're going lunch or whatever but e didn't tell me so di wa twa bontsha fela ne re sotlele ya boemo mo fe o na le bo mo silinyi wileng di le dula ka mo di ya kutsuba mo fela so le malaine ne ana le teng ne se sa tsewa maintain ke hopola mme mo ngana le teng ka mono banna a le mme a kulang a sibana o silinya moela odimo and then we went for other months re sa khone nyu la le shitile because we didn't have money re ne re gabella hano you know and aba ntwena e tla mo re dula mfatsi le my brother and my younger sister guys first of all now okay ne se ke khuletse mosebetsing I think at the time but jwale ke ntse ke sebetsa le dikoloto ha ke so kgone ba rekela letho le jwa and I said guys re sotleile go mona he re sotleile malaina na tlo wela santsa pepekana ka thoko ka mona lona forget the ceilings a santsa pepekana re sutwa o etsa letho ba ga se sa rekise hantle ke guys re sotleile ke na le motho a tlile mona batlang re rekisa side a batlang go fana ka tšhelete e kana tšhelete ngata ebe ke re but ntho ke batlang re etsa ha re planning pele na each of us o tlo survive post transaction and then we sat down ka ba hloko no e mo le motla ba le bokana ne tšhelete di milione e mo le motla ba le bokana so e motla ha ba laila tsena ka ba tsaka nna fela nka patala debt ke na le yona ke tla kala kalo I can't afford to go and buy a house or whatever so we agreed ya ba bele ke a ho my batswadi ba rona ba ne re setse le bona my aunt and my other aunt
family members
ga gadua ka le mangwana I think technically ne re setse le bona ka ba hlalosetsa plan pele ka ba jwetsa hore le bona ne ba bona yo a bana ba imetse ya ba ka nnete ba ha be le twetsa ntho tsa tse le buang ka tsona I think it makes complete sense so you can go ahead and then we went ahead ha re qeta ho rekisa a butwa ka nka share ha ga moraela ha mo rekela ha hae wa ne so le na same thing and na ka tla me o dula fa ke patala dikoloto I knew from that day ga ke hloke go khutlela that day go lona tsena motho ke na ho tsona go bane jwale se ke le construction ha motho a reng Highland to hloka half a million a ke na
with a certain level
absolutely
of financial intelligence.
Absolutely. So now ha ke qeta ho dula fatshe I had like R1 million in my account.
Wow.
Ya ba ke patala half a million in. Jwale se ke decide gore ke a nyala because that was part of the reason why ke le ka go bona re dule fatshe ha ke tlo gona go tswele pele ntse re phedisanang jwalo e mo le malo ikemela gona o ja mate e mo le mga be sharp ya ba nna ke a bona okay batho ba bona ka go ba tšhelete ya bona ha bana dikoloto ba kgonne ho haha e mo le mona la hae jwale nna ke tlo etsang ka 450,000 mohlomong you know, and then I was like hey ha ke tsebe ya ba jwale ka ba se ke decide gore ke tlo nyala I said okay ha ke nyala go my wife a fihlele la ka ba ka ba nna ntse ke nagana jwalo ka ba ke fumana malaene a mang a cheap ha mabote mane a di 2 bedroom a babedi ka be ke a reka a ke ta ba reka ba ka tšhelete nyana ka salary ntse ke a renovate Hans ke ta renovator ma sa ka ne re itse go lo dula mo ntlong ye e be re hisa engwe you know ntse mo
if I may ask was it why so re bola nyala pelo o qala dikgwebo tsena tse ding how is it o ka reng because I've heard hore batho ba bangata ba re it's not very wise to qala business o sa nyala ka poso nyalwe batho ba batho ba ba re ach o qale business ya o pelo nyala ka ponyalwa wena ila o sebeletsa hore you got married before everything started.
It hardly ever works, to be honest.
Is it? Yeah?
I'll tell you why. And it's within this story. So aba gabere ya ha bona matla ba ai amatle matlwana but ai ha re batleng tse decent e school e magete re dule teng ka shelter line la gona re patale bo ga ba tantse ga e fuma ka renovate matlwana ka ta renovate le ithaqetse ya sa ka matla se re sa o dule ha go re ya rekisa so ya rekile for 450 maybe renovated for 50k ka rekisa ntho ka 750 if I remember yaba from that sale Government against profit let's say 200k. Man, there's something here. You see? Now, now that's how I started being into property. So ne ke rekisa fela hore ke lo ha hantle go lo dula ka re. Ha se ke bona profit ka but I can build the same thing or maybe just one and maybe sell it for the same price. That means they're now 200k. So ke nagana ke le motho. I think at the time ne go sonyala ne se re bokopane le eng a tsa hopola hantle but ka rekisa he ka fumana tšhelete ka be ke reka ntlo engwe ne le habi ya man se ke reka ka intention mma go ke reke ntlo la ke renovate ke bona ka etsa tšhelete we did that ka rekisa and I go instantly then I knew ke dula mo and the funny thing is also everything kept it's a little plan because now I have a construction company you know and people think you decided for Capricorn Construction people think you decide to buy and no my brother ne ke hira company e felletseng ya contract jwale le contract ba tse ba le bona re tloetse go ba sukudisa ha ba ka ba hanga ba ka ba mogelo ba le ba nketsa dintho tse ngata tse go sukudisa ha ba sa ba nyametse ha ba patetse ha ba sa leyo you know ba ntse bo sebetsi hampe jalo so ba patetse se ba le mathata you know so I ever se ke bona motho na o etsa plumbing handle wa company na motho but monga hae o ha se motho ha sharp o sa njele tšhelete o entse
it's very good to tshwara the employees tsa handle because it takes the business
absolutely. So when I moved into other projects ke tla be ke re ke batla contract ha ke fuma be ke haele fela sentse ke la motho ke motsebang wa plumbing wa motlakase because ke sebeditse bona in the past project ke ba bitsa se le batho not as you understand what I mean and ultimately ke ne se ke na le batho hana be se ke ba tshepa ke tsama ba sebetsa hantle ya ba vele se ke bona hibana ha ke ntho ke sena yona so far e ke tlamehang ho ya tshotse ke motho ha ha marapo, you know, but ceiling se ke na le motho, tile se ke na le motho, plumbing motho, everything is there, and ha ba ntshukudisi ba le bona ka bo bona ha se batho ba sukudisa ya ba he ke ya bona I think batho na ke ba kopanye khetse ke ya ba ke builder, and that's how this came about.
Wow.
Ebe ho fitlela se ke motho ha re ke bone ntlo ya hao e entsweng kae ke batla ntlo e jwalo batla motho ha ke bantsa o etsa ceiling ka mo bitsa motho o fitlela ke no ha re etseng tea, you know, and we did that.
Wow.
So that's how now, so Capricorn, it started as a real estate agency because of
Capricorn, because you're a January human being.
my first son, in fact my first child
Is a January person.
Yes.
Oh.
So I named it after star sign
Interesting.
So
I thought it has something to do with January.
I have a daughter now.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
You have 2.
I hope I only have 2. So le yena ke la le business entse ke le ka ona hana ka yona ke batla go tla e bitsa ka star signs Now I have another story with star signs, but that's for another day.
That's another day, huh?
So ya ba se ba construction company, ya ba se ke tseba batho ba sebetsa, ya ba se you know, ya ba ultimately ke na le team ya batho ba sebetsang ka makgethe ba ikitla etsa mosebetsing ba you know be kana go ngwe ke sa hlokeng lo ba teng ke a tseba go batla ba etsa ntho tsana. So that's how ya ba in the real estate ke la ka qala ke rekisa matlo ya ba se ke a rekisa le batho ba bang le decide tsa bona ba bona di tsamaya on Facebook a ke ya ba ke register ka company ya real estate ya ba ha se ke khona go ikhaela matlo a mangantse ke ya pele ya ba se ke eketsa construction on the company nentse Capricorn real estate It's a Capricorn real estate and construction.
Wow.
Okay, which is fairly new.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's how
really good.
it came about.
It's good. Hey, ho show business or something that is prominent and doing well and also relaxed the fell and
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing about that is to have batho ba o tshepang build wena ba tshepang ebo o ba ruta hore re rekise quality more than anything, and reliability. Absolutely. And up until now I haven't really had any issues.
And now closing this entrepreneurship topic and everything, in your whole lifetime, your household got led to be into business. What are the things that you'd say, okay, hi, ena ha se kgwebo e neng ke ka etsa ena ke kgwebo e neng ke ka etsa kapa ke difeng tseo di fitileng ka baka la mabaka a hao yo tla itsetsa ga kgwebo mohlomo ke etse mohlala fela motho mo tla re a ntate ha re rekise ditraka tse 50 ke di pros and cons di feng tsa di business tse teng tseo di encounterileng bophelong ba hao
gore e le business ke reng ke ka hlotse ke khutlela ho yona
o khutlela ho yona kapo yo kwa e batla ko di pros and cons tsa business in general, like haiba on a le Capricorn ha ke o ka tswa Capricorn construction and Capricorn estate
real estate and construction
nka kgothaletsa batho gore ba etse ba neneng in tla ka ntse estate business business ya estate in tla ka ntse itseng ba disadvantages tsa teng ke tsena
I believe in, a lot of people believe in business cash flow. I think I have a very close friend of mine le business every day. I have come to realize through experience ya bagayane yaka and other things I buang ka tsona hore nna personally I have a problem with running a business that runs every day. I don't have that time. I ke khone ho monitor
physically
body shop pompontse hlano di ile kae ho tso record. I don't even have time ho tla di monitor, you know. So I think the challenge according to me for business tse ngata tse batho ha di rata tsona tsa di shop. I have a pharmacy ke budzile a friend of mine she's a pharmacist. ke sure wa magalia ke business partner mfuta of thing I go ke 5 months ke sa yo here so like
but the returns are good.
I don't know about that, and I honestly.
Yeah, invest because you want good profits. So if the profits are coming in, it's good.
I think I went in with a very blank head, and when things didn't come as we had hoped, you know. I was like, but really can nas na le nakwa ya move, so it doesn't matter whether we try 5,000 I don't have the time ya ho lo sheba na we ends. And in fact a lot of my businesses mo ke kenang le batho I honestly bank on trust and hope
and loyalty.
but when they don't come and I've invested a lot of money in that business, a lot of money. And my wife always says, why how I don't even have time to sell them, you know. But it hasn't really yielded anything so far. I think it positioning a compromise. But I think also people don't know about it. So business you know, unless you really have passion, which is what I always say to people. Don't have a business because you were told it makes money. Don't have a business, don't have a skies a car wash. Do you have a passion for it? If you have a passion for it, you will be able to follow it through. So ntho ya highway phela
una le passion yake
you don't o gata la khawashi ena go re una tloa o dula Bloemfontein na tla tloa mona tse bonana re na khawashi ma se west ma a fumane ntse ke ba pala sa bona ntse ke etsa e be o fitla tse bana dibuka no tla nona tšhelete o ka you know I think ha ke na passion ntho tse di ke kene fela ka investor financially but I never follow through. So I think batho ba sale morao ntho tse ba di rata ntho ha o e rata how about you know. So I fell in love with construction and real estate, and you know. So I can't whole.
So passion it build daily house only into the business.
Yeah,
it's safe to say business one of the things is in business passion. How passionate about something.
Absolutely.
So you understand human beings, you need to be passionate about something. You don't just do things because somebody is doing them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And moving on, you're into entertainment now and hey. Biggest event rock your team.
Yeah. Entertainment.
I've been there twice. Trust me. For people who don't know, and it's sold out. Sorry guys. How did it come about? Because it's actually big. And it's going to be big again.
We hope. We really hope.
Type of vibes.
Another interesting story. I'm holding to these things. You know. And Leona is the idea color and entertainment. What happened, Koi? I got 20. Say now I don't know. Say but Harry Gal, we celebrate our 30th birthdays. It was a group of friends. There were 4 of us. And then Hansa brainstorm on a party mode locha, you know. Trying to sell a pay. Married, we love you, be nice, you know. Let's have that and just celebrate a milestone near 30th. But let's do it as friends because most of us are slightly calamosilese. So I remember that year, every one of us, 4 of us, had a birthday on the day so we'd all go there's not nearly iceberg I think Wandi, and then Kefat. So every one of them highly with the icons at Zilabona. Generia, Mabatangeti, Imola David, only no, not two. Yeah, Imola David, you are again David Rating. Maybe more rating, you know. So it was always a bit of a smaller circle. Julie and Rasa Hono Bizarre, of course, we were traveling.
Yes.
Julie, Kefat, birthday high December. So December batla high, but Holobana Bakanka. Yabaka decided, okay, December. Now that we've had our birthdays, mine was in Joburg, I think. Karawai was in Durban, I think. Yeah. So because we didn't celebrate our 30th, let's have a one huge party where we bring together everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Bring your friends, I bring mine, you know. Ebe, repatala chelete na. Haksa plug now, ne re ba reketse bojwala or everything. Or ne re bukile sebaka re hirile deco. Ho fela re tlo ba le beautiful event, a party actually.
Party, yes.
And then we brought Iceberg. I remember he brought things from Joburg, body bottle of rock, you know. It was a nice and very nice. And everyone was there. No champagne. I remember. We about to film. Apart. Yeah, but the next year, the next year. Yeah, we had our party last year, so we're not about it. And then people kept calling, hey, until December, guys, wait. I remember also one of the owners of the establishment, hey, guys, but how about there could be an opportunity here. Then now, Le means could buy a ticket, and that we get like Cuban links. Buy a ticket and just go. Yeah, but the next day that was bigger and then it kept growing. And then we went out.
Look at it today.
So it's an event, and we have always wanted to keep it as a party. But it must be a party. You know?
Yes.
But it was now bigger than us. Too big. So party. Because what had happened also can too. Now when you hire a cameraman like yours now, because of film service, haba nka di photo ba le legisa lona be mba event, you know, because le tlo hlaya maybe le mfa mosebetsi happen next time. Yaba e kwatisa batho ba ya so re ntse ke thula mai. Yaba e kwatisa batho ba ya mmone ba jolo ga mmone ga patala tšhelete re ka thaya gona go hla bona be mba event fela bo le basadi ba bona le tšhelete, you know. And then we decided we gela ga utlwa le gata le la ba bohloko go. Then we decided to okay, maybe I didn't do overall. So we decided to ask so that's how actually Rock Your Team came about. This time I started party and
it's bringing something good.
Yeah. So we hope for.
But it is such a lovely event.
It's an amazing event. It's an amazing event. I think a lot of it is the lifestyle. Also the atmosphere I think is different. You meet a lot of new people that you didn't know about because a lot of them are high from Joburg, all walks of life.
Then you also meet people that you haven't seen
in a very long time. Yeah. And you start having conversations, celebrating, you know. It's about that. This is why, and people think it's a surprise act to a surprise. no, we don't want to make it about the lineup. We want you to understand hore lemon to be with your friends, sit. How no khona le kana ga fumana ka sa etsa le gata le le ngata hore le khona ho qoqa, you know. Yes, so banana ga ba surprise. If a surprise, no, it can be next year kana ga se ka ba le motho a tswa South Africa. We don't want you to feel like because una le siyo now rock your team face. No, it's about friendships, ambience, lifestyle, you know, all of those things. But the artist.
Jele hana ticket had you sold out the Basotho ba bere le bo gona re etse jwang tete Phole re etse.
Hey.
Tlhopha ka nako.
Batho ba itlhophe ka nako.
Re tlhopha ha sotho. Jwale ho sold out ke hona re batlang re bangata jwale re ho sold out ne ke ntse ke re ke ne ntse ke re.
And the funny thing is, event in us since its inception, how so be the nako has been sold out. Never. So I don't know why people. I think maybe because who do not about Chabata. So Habat even nights are last year, last year sold out in 3 weeks before the event. Yeah, who sold out. I think maybe generally can anything at. But Relava sold out. We were slacky because we tried to fix a lot of things that went wrong last year from the suppliers and the seeds. Yeah, but really, secure high honali at least and the food tasting, you know. Ready approve a pale, motor, Torikisa, the drinks, man, Hamovete. So, Generase Bangata Holo on the media. Generase grounding how. So, what do you do who grab a eating? So, go on about the Baraka just as past over the past weekend. Yeah, so, but people must just buy tickets on time every other year.
We are out. It's a beautiful event, and it has started to attract a lot of. I remember her in Cuban. But because Batuanga Takira by high for the holidays. But Limon Senan, who different because when I about to put Timbabu and Kayo, not about Babu and Kao Bata, rock your team, when I about to buy Badi Trikins and Zalusuka Fella, Bata. You understand? So,
I think also the Honaje Capricornians. As the Airbnb yaka. But what we kill more for the event, but also and I think they were not aware that I'm part of the event, I think. But we kill you know. So that's also now we have people so we can see from Kara bank account how patal. It's Cheltenham, Swaziland, South Africa. So a lot of people that bought tickets now. And but how do you mail? People from somewhere else bought tickets. I don't know, Baba cousin and all of those things. So but why I wanna be some of them didn't. No, it's about like and enjoy the so it has grown.
On that topic, ya rock your team. Are you also doing it with the Madame Kapoyeki? How ulemo?
No, there's actually 10 of us.
No, like untate asanyetsa kere who's doing businesses with and you said Liena ya rock your team. Is she also part of it? Because at side something. I don't know. Is she part of it?
No. And some of them are really are also married, so we've never really some of them are not. So we can't bring. If you can live business about 5, you can't now bring your wives and say,
But would you say it's advisable to be in business with your partner?
Yo, I.
Like I had said, but closer. So wena o sebeleditse jwang?
Okay, first of all, I have businesses, ne? And my wife has her own business also. Leona ke a passion, ke temo. She's into agriculture despite hore o hiruwe ma sebetsa wa sebetsa. Jwalo ka ha le nna ke hiruwe tjhe, I've recently resigned. But personally ha ke rate when motho wa ntate le wa mme ba kopanela business ba nyalane. But for people that ba sebeletsang well and good, my experience ke hore first of all ha re nyalane go bana re ratana go utlwana, but ha re tshwane.
When it comes to certain things.
Yes, I'll make an example ka experience nna ke le ka ba le yona. A ke go utlwa ke la ka re qalong ka dile ka business ena ya matlo ka ya jwalo. And then one day after all this other house that I've bought and sold, ho be le ntlo ena ya Mohaladitwe e leng Capricorn today.
Capricorn guest house.
Yeah, so ntlo ha ke qala ho e reka ne re reka le ntlo re tlo renovate ha e rekisa. Hi fella, it became so beautiful and so convenient that because ke di entse ntse ka fantse re dula malaene ke utlwisisa hore ha re so fihle mo re tlameang ebe le rena le ntlo e ka tshwarang tšhelete ba re dula ka ga yona. So go tla ha se re kgona ha matlo a mabedi mohlomong ebe re tswela pele ka business and we occupy another one, well and good. So ntlo ntse ntlo re tlo e rekisa. But my wife had seen that house, ha se jwale nna ka re ka dimele tšhelete o tlatseletsa itse ba o loka e fela. Ha se fedile le ntle ka ha ke pela toropo, she has always honestly wanted ho dula toropong. I've always known this. Ona tswa batla di tsaetsang ka nnete. But ha se fedile o sa utlwa thabela ke re ka dula ka ga yona. Jwale nna ke re no, re tlameha ho rekisa ntlo ya tšhelete tse bo gutla re tswela pele ka business, you know. So ke nnete ne be ntwa ene nhlole, you know. But I think later she understood hore okay, this house was actually meant for business. And now things aren't going okay, you know. There's no money now one business I'm trying to show. Okay. You wanted to say something?
No.
Business I'm trying to show. So how really businessing together. In fact, ha ke reka ene le dilapidated da hole. Ona bila tshaba ha ke reka. So how really together get the decisions all together. Ka be re sa reka ntlo. So I just for me effect that we don't see things come being in business together. I advise it.
You don't advise it. We discussed this. I learned so much about things that I didn't know. Usually the viewers a lot of things. You see that you don't have to people and how and being patient with yourself. But I think the most important thing and matured very quickly, which is very good. It has been amazing. It doesn't matter now if you want to make it in life, and you can achieve anything that you want to. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on Tsamoshesha podcast. I don't know.
I had a wonderful time.
What else would you want to say? What else would you say in closing?
I had a wonderful time. I think you've captured it well, Kahore. It doesn't matter where you come from. It matters where you're going.
It matters where you're going.
You show at the end of this interview. So you have a chance and right to change your story.
Of course.
So I think people must just understand, Tori, not every business is meant for everyone.
Yes.
Please follow your passion. Find it and follow it.
Yes.
And when you have it, make money out of it. I think, yeah, that's just what I want to share with everyone else.
And thank you so much, guys, for watching. Remember, please subscribe to podcast ena rona ya tsa Moshweshwe. Keep watching, and I love you guys. Peace.